Hello.
Welcome to What the Flick, everybody. I'm Matt Atchity. This is Alonzo Duralde. That's Christy Lemire. We are here to talk about Michael Moore's secret
TrumpLand.
movie.
Yes, Michael Moore in TrumpLand. So yeah, Michael Moore basically pulled a Beyonce and just suddenly had a movie out of nowhere.
How's the dancing?
Well, a little off. Anyway.
He does talk about Beyonce in this movie too, actually.
Oh, that's true. Yeah. So this is actually kind of different for him. It's a concert film, really. He's doing stand-up. He's doing kind of a one-man show in, is it Wilmington, Ohio?
Wilmington, Ohio, which is the
home of the banana splits.
And the county seat of Clinton County, ironically enough.
Yes, but very, very solidly red.
Mm-hmm.
And so yeah, he's performing at the local theater and trying to sort of make the case for maybe voting for Hillary Clinton. And, it's a Michael Moore movie. Take a look.
We're all Americans, right? Let's just start there. Regardless who we're voting for, right? We're all in the same boat. And we're going to sink or swim together. And I'd rather we swim. Because I believe we have more things in common than not. We believe in the same things. First of all, we want the best schools for our kids, right? Trump voters, right? Right? You want the best schools for your kids. That's not, I know there's a rule, don't agree with Michael Moore on anything, but I'm trying to come out and meet you halfway. And the things we don't agree on, all right, you love your guns. I don't want a gun, I don't get a gun. I won't get one.
Actually, I don't even know if there's a trailer for this one, so I don't know if there's anything to cut to.
It's a Michael Moore movie, and it's also not a Michael Moore movie because what is, interesting about him, decreasingly so, but what has been his bread and butter over the years is him being provocative in interaction with other people.
The awkward interview.
Right, chasing them down and asking people questions that they don't want to have to answer. And here it's just him nonstop for like 70 minutes just talking. And so it loses a lot of the bite and a lot of the verve and a lot of the daring. Much of the humor here is super hacky and really obvious and kind of like old man middle America jokes.
Yeah, like bumper sticker stuff. Like in the opener, he's like, are you against abortions? Well, then men don't have one. It's like,
yeah, it's super hacky. But then I thought about it afterward because it does build to a crescendo, and he becomes very obviously and it seems very authentically emotional.
Yeah.
And I wonder whether that was intentional to kind of lull people in and make them feel comfortable and make them feel like I'm not going to be the provocative shit-stirring Michael Moore. I'm going to be a little warmer and a little friendlier. And then once I've got you, then I'm going to give you the punch of what I really want to say. And so maybe that was the intention.
That might
here.
be the strategy. I wish the earlier material had been stronger because it's really, you're right, super hacky, and you're just sitting there going, oh my god, really? So yeah, like if you can endure the stand-up part when he's behind the podium, then when he sits down, it actually gets. You're right. Once it's heartfelt and he's really kind of talking about his own experience and about Clinton's background and what she's accomplished and that kind of thing. Like once that part is actually that's the most solid reasoning for voting for Hillary Clinton that anybody has offered to me this entire election cycle.
Which thing that he said made you?
The stuff about talking about her trying to get the healthcare thing happening in the 90s and about how she went to Estonia the way that he went to Estonia when he was doing Where to Invade Next.
Oh yes, you're right.
And it came from such a personal place. It was like, okay, I buy a little more, but yeah, to get there, it's a bit of a stretch. There's a bit of a funny stuff at the beginning where he's divided the audience up. So there's, the Mexicans are in the balcony and they put a wall up in front of them, and the Muslims are in another balcony and they have a drone over them, kind of keeping an eye on them.
But even that's kind of easy.
A little, it's a little bit, but it's something, And it's unspectacular for the most part.
And there's a couple of bits he drops in. There's like a fake campaign ad.
Oh yeah,
and there's a fake news thing saying like this is the newscast from November 9th and
no, from Trump's inauguration day. Oh
right, yeah. It's like a milestone moment, whatever. And here's what's happening now and.
So weirdly enough, the comedy is the worst part of this. It's really the Michael Moore sort of pitch,
right.
I think, for look, here's you may not like Hillary Clinton, you might be thinking about Trump, you might be thinking about a third party candidate, but here's why, like, he actually makes a case for voting for Hillary Clinton as opposed to just voting against Donald Trump.
Although he does say, like, if you hate her, that's okay. Keep hating her.
Yeah,
hate her all the way to the ballot
voting
box.
booth. Yeah,
and then hate her when going home when she wins. But just know that you've done the right thing for your country. Like, that's actually kind of an interesting argument too.
No, that's fine. That works as a strategy. I wasn't really sure what I was expecting from this, but I think you're right. I think taking other people out of a Michael Moore movie is a big mistake. Yeah. But there are things in it that work.
Yes, and it's funny because they're trying to promote this as like this shocking movie, like the Ohio Republican Party does not want you to see this film, and then you see it's kind of gentle.
Yeah.
It's not shocking in any way.
No.
But he's preaching to the choir, and so if you're the choir, maybe you'll find it entertaining. I can't imagine that anyone who is a Trump voter will watch this and change their mind. Like watching these past 3 debates. If you didn't already know who you were going to vote for, no one's going to change your mind. So my number is a 4.3.
Yeah, it's a 5.5. It's like there were some moments that really landed for me, but you have to wade through a lot of stuff that doesn't work to get there.
I haven't seen it, but I kind of want to do the Folgers coffee thing where you swap this movie out for the one about the girl that wrote the journals before Columbine. That's the Christian movie.
I'm Not Ashamed.
I'm Not Ashamed.
Oh, in the theater.
So swap this out and see how long before people walk out.
And chain the doors.
Right.
Oh my God. So our
Like Carrie.
number is a 4.9. It's at 46%. So yeah, I think he shot this like 11 days ago.
I think like in the last 7 weeks he sort of shot it, edited it, and now it's in theaters and it's coming to iTunes. So
If you have one concert movie to watch this week between this and the Justin Timberlake one.
Or you could go see Kevin Hart.
I hear the dancing in this one is a lot better than Justin's dancing.
He does all his own stunts. All right, bye. See you later.